Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the ShelbyTV Sports Special. The Eisenhower Eagles and the Chippewa Valley Big Red meeting here tonight. A big game. I'm Tim Meyer along with Pat Cavanaugh. And tonight, Pat, we got a heck of a game here. 2-0 Chippewa Valley against 1-1 Eisenhower.
Yeah, absolutely, Tim. Not only one of the best games in Macomb County, but potentially one of the best games in the state of Michigan tonight. Chippewa Valley is an explosive team. We think about their offense. They're led by three-year signal caller Tommy Schuster. Incredible poise and production in the pocket. He's a kid that does not turn the ball over, but he can certainly stretch the field with his arm. And on the defensive side of the ball for the Big Reds, keep an eye out for Marcel Lewis, linebacker, MSU commit, sideline explosive football player.
Here we go, 1st and 10, Chippewa Valley. Ball's on their own 28-yard line. Little pitch to David Ellison. He's going to be stacked up there by the Eisenhower Eagles. Right in there coming up is Dante Sarde, who made the tackle there. So it'll be 2nd down and 9, gain of 1. Ball's on the Chippewa Valley 29-yard line. Schuster from the shotgun. Again, fakes a handoff. Now he fires over the middle, got his man, and he's tackled right there. That looks like number 8, David Ellis again. Gain of about 6 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Ball's right at the Chippewa Valley 35. And you have to watch out for Tommy Schuster. He's got that great accurate arm. He's been here for 3 years. The Eagles got to be careful because he can burn you bad.
Yeah, first team All-Stater last year.
Now handoff there. And getting a 1st down is number 2, Javon Kimsen. Kimsen, another one of those A players there for Chippewa Valley.
Yeah, all-county back last year, is committed to Miami of Ohio. Currently, there's 3 Division I commits on this Big Red offense. Kimsen going to Miami, Ohio. David Ellis to Central Michigan, and also tight end Marcel Lewis to Michigan State.
1st and 10, Chippewa Valley on their own 45. Schuster back to throw. He's looking for a man, got his man underneath right there. That's number 44 of the Chippewa Valley Big Reds, Jonathan Zach, and he's tackled there by Oyster.
That's a really nice tackle there by Caleb Oyster at his strong safety position, coming up to make the good fit and bring him down to the ground for short gain.
Oh, no, we got something going on. Looks like illegal procedure as the Chippewa Valley Big Red were in Eisenhower territory at the 49. This is going to go against them. Somebody missed a signal call there.
It's very clear the Big Reds are trying to control the tempo here. No huddle offense.
Down remains the same. 2nd.
They're trying to get to the line of scrimmage fairly quickly to keep the Eisenhower defense on their heels.
The Eagles shifting there a little bit. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Ball's on the Chippewa Valley 46. The handoff there, right there to meet him. Big number 57 of the Eisenhower Eagles. That was Dalton DeWicki. And Dalton nails a Big Red running back for a loss of 3 yards. It's 3rd and 12. Ball on the Big Red 43. Call it the 43.
Excellent penetration by the big fellow, DeWicki. And you're going to see the defensive line of the Eisenhower Eagles moving and shifting before the snap.
Kimsen's in the backfield with Schuster. He's in the shotgun now, 3rd and 12. Back goes Tommy to throw. Now he's going to try to run out of it, being chased there. Now he's going to fire over the middle. Caught, wide open. Wide open is number 8, David Ellison. He's all the way down to the Eisenhower Eagle, looks like the 12-yard line. But, you know, that's the advantage you have with Tommy Schuster. He has that escapability.
Yeah, 3-year starter. I was talking to Coach Merchant before the game, head coach for the Big Reds, and he said Tommy is like a coach on the field, and you could tell right there on that play, his poise in the pocket. Very calm, got outside the contain of Javante Reed and allowed him to find the open receiver.
First and 10 at the 12. It's a handoff there. Trying to go around the left side. He's not going anywhere. That's going to be number 5, Chenault. And Andre Chenault will not go to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose, actually. Looks like a couple of yards, maybe. 3 yards, actually. Second down at 13 for the Big Red. They're at the Eisenhower 15-yard line, threatening here in the first quarter, just underway. No score. The Big Red, a big pass by Tommy Schuster all the way down to the Eagles' red zone. Eagles shift a little bit. Schuster going to keep it himself, trying to get the outside. Weaves his way and be knocked down there by a host of Eisenhower Eagles. DeWicki in there to grab him first. And he's down to the Eagle 10 again. So this way it'll be 3rd and 7 for Chippewa Valley.
It was a really nice job by outside linebacker number 4, James Collins. Came up and filled the alley, forced Schuster to cut back inside where all of the help was for the Eisenhower defense. Nice job by number 4, James Collins. He's an active kid out there.
Stout moves up on the top of your screen there, number 4. Schuster looking inside, got a man open, touchdown Chippewa Valley. David Ellis scores the game's first touchdown and a sharp slant pass from Tommy Schuster.
Yeah, it was a nice read by Schuster. Eisenhower defense had a linebacker, Anthony Cardamone, who was on the blitz. Schuster read the blitz, threw the slant right over the middle, which was vacated by the blitzing linebacker. Nice pass and catch by the Big Reds.
Ready for Nico Kippy will come on and kick the extra point. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 7:10 left to play here in the first quarter, the Big Reds pull out in front on their opening drive, 7-0 over Eisenhower. And it's still early yet, but what did you see in that opening drive?
Yeah, I think what we saw there was the explosiveness of the Big Red offense. They certainly have some players that can stretch the field, but we also saw the composure that 3-year starter Tommy Schuster has. That big pass play, again, Javante Reed was putting pressure on him, but Tommy got around the pressure, set his feet, threw a nice long pass to get a big gain. And then there on the touchdown, again, reading the blitz by the linebacker of Eisenhower and throwing the slant route over the middle. So the Big Reds have a lot of weapons and are a very explosive offensive unit.
Well, the Eagles and you folks out there, most of you will get your first look at the new Eisenhower quarterback, number 1, Blake Rastigue, as the Eagles fall back, take the kickoff here. Kicking off for Chippewa Valley will be number 17, that'll be Tom Jokai. It's a good line drive foot into it. Caught right there by Nadolski. And he runs into his own man. He gets up over the 25 to the 26-yard line. Stephen, boy, if he doesn't run into his own guy, sometimes that can be a problem.
Well, Coach Moltop, special teams coordinator for the Eisenhower Eagles, is one of the best, in my opinion, with leading that special teams unit. And he does a great job of including a lot of different players on the team who are athletic and hard-hitting, and that's a key unit to look for during this season.
There you go, Eagles with Rastigue in the shotgun and Oysters in the background. That'll give us to Pettypool. Goes around the right side, got a little bit of room. He'll gain up to the 30, call it the 34-yard line or 33 and a half, really, but it'll be second and short for Eisenhower, about 3 yards to go for a first down. Now the Eagles spread it out a little bit more.
There's an excellent block there by Dalton DeWicki, the left guard. The offensive line will move a lot, pull throughout the game on the run in.
Rasicue got his man Jarvis to the 40, and right out of bounds he goes to the 45. Tackle there by the Big Reds, number 20, Marcel Duncan.
And this receiving unit for the Eagles have had experience playing in big games. D'Aristotle and Pettypool and Jarvis, those are all kids that had a lot of time last year in addition to Ian Kennelly, the senior wide receiver, strong safety.
Now there, Rasicue gets the play in from the sidelines. All right, he's going to run an option. He's going to keep it himself. About 6 yards there, and a little burst of speed by Blake, and he's got 6 quick yards.
And that was a really nice cut by the quarterback there. There was a defensive strong safety who was keying the pitch there, and so Rasicue cut it up and did a nice job of getting 5 yards.
It'll be second down and 5 yards. They only gave him 5 on that, but he's just inside Chippewa Valley territory. And Rasicue with Oyster in the backfield. They give us to Oyster. He's going to go around the left side, makes a couple of cuts, and got the first down and pummeled around there, but he gets right back up. He's out into the Chippewa Valley Big Red 42, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Eisenhower Eagles.
Yeah, one of the best things Oyster does as a back is allow his blockers to set up, and he has a great job of cutting underneath those blocks, and that particular block on that play was D'Aristotle, number 11. Great job blocking on the edge.
Back to throw is Rasicue. Now he's being rushed. Flushes out of there, looking for Kennelly down there. And he's bumped before he had a chance to catch the ball by number 20, Marcel Duncan. We'll see what they call here, but boy, Kennelly can get up there.
He sure can. He's definitely grown a few inches from last year. I think they're going to call defensive pass interference. The flag came in from the end zone referee.
Go back to line of scrimmage.
Probably going to assess 15 yards on that penalty, but a nice throw by Rasicue, getting it downfield to the
Did we get a number on
big, tall wide receiver, Ian Kennelly.
Pass interference, number 20 on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot results in a first down.
Oh, 1st and 10, and the ball on the Chippewa Valley 27-yard line for Eisenhower.
And if we take a look at this nice pass by Rasicue, getting it up in the air, allowing their tall receiver, Kennelly, to go up and get it. And the penalty flag comes in late.
Rasicue pitches to Oyster. He had a little bit of an edge on the left side. He makes a few yards, finally knocked out of bounds there by the Chippewa Valley's number 9, Courtney McGarity. Got it, McGarity. There you go.
Big Reds know, as do all the other defenders that play the Eagles, if you're going to tackle Oyster, you're going to expect to get hit. And that was a nice stiff arm and lower the shoulder by number 32, Caleb Oyster, who's just got a great combination, balance, speed, and power. We're going to call his name a lot tonight.
2nd and 10, ball on the 22 of the Big Reds. Rasicue, a little high snap. He can take it himself. No, he's going to pitch it now. There's D'Aristotle, and he's undercut by number 5, Andre Chenot, but not before Massimo D'Aristotle gets the Eagles a first down all the way down to the Big Red 12-yard line.
Great job there by Rasicue. Option pitch to his left, and he took quite a shot from safety David Ellis. Excellent heady play by the junior there, Rasicue. He's a talented kid up here. First year starting on varsity, but is showing a lot of talent.
Style of motion. Give us to Oyster. Runs into him, man. Blocks off to the 5. And he's all the way down, close to a first down at the 4.
Excellent job up front by the big boys. Offensive line for the Eisenhower Eagles are doing a great job of pushing that front back. And the Big Reds have some big boys up front. And the Eagle offensive line are doing a great job.
Now here we go, 2nd down and 2. Ball is on the 4. See what the Eagles do. Oyster remains in the game with Rastaque. There goes Rastaque. Touchdown, Eisenhower.
What a great job there by right guard Zachary Petkoff on the pull. We could hear the pads cracking from up here. That's just a great job of that offensive line pushing the defensive line back, and that's a great finish. And what a great way of responding after that touchdown by the Big Reds by going about 75 yards for the touchdown, and the crowd is into this one, folks. Great job by the Eisenhower Eagle offense.
Oyster with the extra point attempt, and that is good. And with 4:09 left to go here in the first quarter, the Eisenhower Eagles have tied the Chippewa Valley Big Reds at 7.
Take a look here at the touchdown. Right guard Zachary Petkoff doing just a great job of pulling to his left, creating separation for the back to cut it up. 6 points for the Eagles.
And how important was it for Eisenhower to march down and tie this score?
You know, if we think about last year's game, it was a 49-42 event, and we can expect a lot of high scoring tonight. But for them to come down, march down the field on a good Big Red defense says a lot about Coach DeGiorgio and his offensive unit and their ability to respond to adversity early. Just two top teams in Macomb County.
You noticed, though, couldn't help but notice that offensive line and the protection they gave Rastaque for the most part was pretty good.
Absolutely. No, he was clean throughout. And that's just a nice job by the junior quarterback stepping up into a big game like this. And he got his feet wet early in the season with the the first football game at Wayne State against Oak Park, another great football team. And he certainly is learning week by week. And tonight we're seeing some great flashes of excellence in Blake Rastique.
Aristotle kick off. Ellis and Kimsen are deep. Kicked by Massimo. Take Ellis to the 7-yard line. He'll take off. Oh, he gets a heck of a block there. Now he's up the sidelines. Aristotle's there, and he'll run him out of bounds at the 49. But Mr. Ellis got a heck of a block. Cleaned up on somebody out there.
Yeah, he sure did, and he did a nice job of bouncing it to the outside, following that block. And fortunately, Aristotle was there to make the tackle and push him out of bounds.
So the Big Red will start out there. The Reds will start out at their 50-yard line. 3:59 left to go here in the first quarter. We're all tied at 7s. Schuster comes out with it. Give this to number 7, Harris.
Kalen Duda, number 37, left defensive end, does a great job of getting the blocker off of him and securing the tackle. What a nice job by 37, Duda.
It'll be 2nd down and 3, a loss of 3 yards. Back to the Big Red 47. You can tell, Schuster's a senior quarterback, all the poise, taking his time, surgically going after this. Back to throw, looking over the middle. Tipped and almost intercepted. Carmon with the tip, and it'll be 3rd down.
Nice job, Carmon, getting in the passing lane. Javante Reed from his right defensive end was pushing the pocket a little bit. Take a look here at right defensive end, Javante Reed pushing the outside part of the pocket. And Cardamone tipping the ball and doing a nice job. A near interception for the linebacker.
Whole host of changes here. And you got trips to the bottom of your screen for Schuster. 3rd and 13. Tommy back to throw, being strung. I'm going to roll out, throw it underneath. It's caught out there and run out of bounds is number 15, Sean Novak. And it's a good play there by Sardi of Eisenhower, number 3. And it'll be 4th down. The Big Red will probably go with the 2-down territory, and they will because it's 4th and 4 from the Eagle 44.
Number 6, tight end Marcel Lewis checks into the game. We got to keep an eye on him. They'll put him at an H-back, and they'll kind of hide him behind the tackle at times, and he'll motion either way, but keep an eye on him getting the football here.
Now, you never know. They might just be trying to draw the Eagles offside here, too. Now, Marcel Lewis will go to the other side. And a little quick kick. They're going to go down and bounce at the Eagle 13 and bounces backwards, so kind of a bit of a break for Eisenhower. The ball will be 1st and 10 Eagles at the 18-yard line, their own 18-yard line. 2:11 left to play, 7-7, kind of what we expected.
Yeah, Coach Brzezinski, the defensive coordinator. Coach Brzezinski, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles, has got to be happy with that series. 3 and out. They were put in a pretty tough position with the Big Reds having field position at the 50, but nice job across the way from the unit of Coach Brzezinski's D.
So the Chippewa Valley defense, see what adjustments they made. Looks like they're going to blitz here. Low snap. Quick pitch to Oyster. He doesn't really have a chance. Jarvis was trying to block, and forcing that play was Javon Kimsen. Kind of forcing it for a loss of 1.
Yeah, Kimson's one of those two-way players for the Big Reds who is committed to Division I school. Number 2, Kimsen is heading off to Miami of Ohio to play in the MAC next year, and he does a great job of holding his ground at his cornerback position.
So the Eagles find it 2nd and 11 at their own 17. Eagles changing the play with 1:28 left to go in the first quarter. Quick throw out there. It's caught out there by Kennelly, trying to break a tackle, but he's grabbed onto, and a nice play by Marcel Duncan to hold on.
Yeah, nice play by the Big Reds, but what we did get a chance to see there was Rastaku's velocity on his pass. That's a pretty long throw, but he did a nice job of showing his quick release and putting some zip on the ball to get it out to Kennelly.
3rd and 6 now. Pick up 5 yards on that pass play. Rastaku back to throw. Going to roll out of it. Back to Kennelly. He caught the ball. We'll see where they mark it. It looks like they're going to give the Eagles a 1st down.
Sure will, and that's a really nice pass, but also a dangerous pass, Tim, because he was rolling to his right, throwing across his body, but he was able to get into that tight window. Great throw by the junior quarterback. Rastaku showing some outstanding poise on that particular play. Nice job.
Petkoff got his helmet knocked off, number 61 of Eisenhower, so he's out of the game. He has to sit one play out. Taking his place, hustling in there is number 75. Krakenoni, and that's going to be the end of the. Oh, wait a minute, timeout for Eisenhower. Not going to be the end of it. Yeah, it's unfortunate when you. I don't know how the helmets come off. You know, are they not strapped in or?
Well, if there's one player that wants to get right back out in the field, it's going to be 61, Zach Petkoff.
I know they're going to be able to sneak him back in there or not.
Well, Tim, this is everything we expected out of a game tonight. Two powerhouse programs meeting up, third week of the season. Both teams came off of huge lopsided victories. Eisenhower winning last week 67-0 versus Cousino, and Chip Valley winning 42-0 versus Roseville. Both teams can score a lot of points, but they also have really strong defensive units.
Now, Jay Reed changed his jersey. He got number 68 on, and he's going to go in instead of the Eagles' number 75. So I don't know why you change your jersey, but I don't know. If there's a rule, it has to be a certain number. But now he's in on the offensive, looks like a left end position.
Yeah, they're going to give him an ineligible number.
That must be it. Here we go. First and 10. 4.4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Massimo Dioscialo in motion. Now fumble, Eisenhower! And looks like the Big Reds have it. Now, the referee now signals Chippewa Valley first and 10. It was a handoff mistake by the Eagles.
Yeah, it was hard to tell up here, Tim, whether Rasticu had control over the ball prior to the handoff exchange. But as you can see, he's dropped the ball, and now it's just a fight for who wants the ball more.
So number 90, Big Alex Gibson, in there for Chippewa Valley. That'll be the end of the first quarter. The score 7-7, but the Eagles and Chippewa Valley will resume in the second quarter with Eisenhower with their backs against the wall as Chippewa Valley has it first and 10 on the 24 of the Eagles. And boy, in a big game like that, it's just what you don't want.
Yeah, you're right, Tim. When we look at games like this that are going to be close, the winner of the game often comes down to the team that has the least amount of turnovers. And that's could result into a big play right there, but Coach Brzezinski's got his boys huddled up, and they're going to be ready to come out and try to keep the Big Reds out of the end zone.
Looks like Petkoff got his gear together. So here we go, first and 10 for Tommy Schuster and the Big Red. Myron Harris in the backfield along with number 5, Andre Chenault. Now the give is to Myron Harris, tries to go up the middle, he's grabbed there by Duda, and the rest of the Eagles swarm in, make the tackle. He got maybe a couple of yards, it'd be second down and 8.
That was a good job by 52 Trevesky shooting the gap there.
Eagles going over to see what had happened on that fumble. So modern technology, they can see the replay right away. They don't have to wait for ShelbyTV. Right?
Take a look at the left guard. He is back.
Schuster back to throw, going to go to the end zone. Got a man out there. Incomplete, just out of bounds. That was a close one, folks.
That was close, Tim.
What a throw, though.
What a perfectly thrown ball. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look here at the replay. Yeah, that's pretty close. Tommy Schuster puts the ball where only Martise Bunting could catch it.
Yeah. Third down and 8 for the Big Reds.
Yeah, cornerback for Ike Sarti, number 3. He's going to know now Bunting's true speed.
Comes Ellison motion, fake to him. Gets to the outside, little screen pass. That was intended for Kimsen. I don't know if he was looking for it or if Schuster got too much pressure there and had to unload quickly.
Yeah, Kimsen puts his arms out to the side with some uncertainty as to what was going on there, whether the ball should have been thrown to him or not quite sure if he was expecting it, but we're looking here at a 4th and 8 yards to go.
4th and 8 for the Big Reds, and they're going to go for it here. It looks like, unless they call timeout and change their mind. Schuster's going to bring up the line. So here they go. Straight out to the side now. Schuster being rushed. He'll fire in the end zone. Got a man wide open. Touchdown, Big Reds. Dan Stout, number 4, for the Big Reds, was wide open in the end zone just before they hit Tommy Schuster. And it's a touchdown for the Big Reds.
What a terrific throw by Schuster. Rolling to his right. He feels the pressure in his face and throws the ball back to his left in a small window for 6 points.
Now on for the extra point is number 84, Nico Kippy. Low snap, he gets it up, and the kick is good. So with 11:04 left to go, the Big Reds take advantage of a short field, now lead it 14-7.
Yeah, so that last touchdown right there, you could see Schuster working through his progression. They had trips to his right. He was initially looking to his right, and his last step of the progression was throwing back to his left, and that's exactly what he did in the face of pressure.
Right, you see the Eisenhower band there, and they get their sort of summer uniforms on, band camp uniforms, I guess. See, I could never move and play like that. I had to stand still. I can tap my foot, I think.
The fans are certainly enjoying a little bit more of a comfortable evening than they would if the game were to be played a couple nights ago and it was 90 degrees.
Oh. That is the truth. Kicking off for the Big Red, Tom Gochai. Last time he line drived it, and the Eagles didn't get much out of it. Now this is a high end over end kick. Steve Nadolski takes it to the 10, to the 15, and he runs right into number 21, Isaiah DeVogies. And the Eagles will start 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Well, they used to say if they get the kids out for football and they run them around into the woods, and those that run into the trees are the linemen, and those that run around the trees are the ones that get the ball. I think old Steve just ran right into a tree.
He sure did. Number 57, Michael Garwood. He's a defensive end who might see some time. He's a defensive end with a high motor and active.
Petterpool again gets a little bit of a block, slides through for maybe 3 yards. That'll be up to the, where are they going to mark it here? Oh, he's up to the 31, so he got 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7 for Eisenhower. Trying to recover from that fumble. Oh, we got a flag there. Looks like that'll be encroachment on Big Red's number 78. That's Malachi Watts.
Prior to the snap, encroachment. Number 78 on the defense. That's a 5-yard penalty. The down remains the same. 2nd.
Well, it'll be 2nd down and 2. This time the ball's moved up to the 31. Now the Eagles going to change the play here. Pitch to Oyster. Makes a little sidestep move, tries to break a tackle. He will not break the tackle of number 22, Qaeda Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson's coming in from a strong safety position. He's had a couple of good games thus far this year, and he's a kid that will blitz off the edge as well. Athletic kid who can drop in this pass coverage, but also come up and make a tackle like he did just there.
So it will be 3rd and 6. The ball will be on the 27, a loss for the Eagles. 4 yards on that play. Big Reds showing blitz. Here they come. Quick sidearm slant to Pettipool. He had him open, except for the ball was tipped, and so it'll be 4th down for Eisenhower, and they will be forced to punt.
Yeah, that was one of the captains for the Big Red, Courtney McGarity, linebacker, number 9, 6'1", 200 pounds. Rastigue was trying to sneak it in there, that small window, and as I mentioned earlier, Rastigue does have some velocity on his passes, and he's not afraid to throw it in tight windows.
Aiden Hall is deep for the Big Reds. Oyster to punt it, little line drive punt. Going to bounce, take a Big Reds bounce, now takes an Eisenhower bounce to the Chippewa Valley 35, and that's where the Big Reds will start 1st and 10. They lead it 14-7 here with 9 minutes left to play in the 2nd quarter. Eisenhower fumbling the ball deep in their own territory, and Chippewa Valley taking advantage of a short field to get the lead, make it 14-7.
Yeah, I think what's going to be important here, Tim, is that the Eagle defensive line can get more pressure on Schuster. There is a young offensive line from the Big Reds. They got left tackle who's a junior, left guard who's a sophomore, right guard and right tackle are both juniors. So some inexperience on the front of the offensive line, and if the Eagles can get some pressure, I think that will certainly help them out.
Eagles shift there on the line. Schuster back to throw, going to fire it over the middle. Caught by Ellis. He's at the 50 and dropped down there by the Eagles. Nadolski and Kennelly in there. It'll be a 1st down, though, for the Big Reds. And we were watching Tommy Schuster warm up earlier, and he was throwing a lot of those type of passes.
Yeah, that's a quick seam route. It's very difficult to get pressure on a quick 2-step drop throw out of the gun like that. And, boy, he can thread the needle with that quick seam route to Ellis out of that trips look.
1st and 10, Big Reds at the 49 of Eisenhower. Schuster back to throw, being rushed. Now he gets out of it. He's going to run to the sidelines. And finally tackled there by Sardi, but not before Tommy Schuster gets a 1st down, and he's got elusiveness to him. Not the fastest guy, but he's elusive.
Yeah, he does a nice job of stepping up in the pocket, recognizing that there's nobody in front of him, does what he can to get the 1st down, and he comes up just short.
He does come up short. I thought they gave it to him, but no, they did not. So he's got to get past the 40 for a 1st down. It'll be 2nd and short here. And a give right there. The 1st down is made by Andre Chenault. Looks like number 7, Myron Harris down there on the field. Did not see what happened to him, but he is in pain. Maybe a cramp, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, this time of the year, players will cramp up often this early in the season when the temperatures are high. And it's hard to tell right now. He's holding his knee, but it could be his hamstring or his calf that's cramping up.
Well, he's definitely hurting for certain there.
Yeah, when players cramp up like that, sometimes they can come right at him quickly. And you could tell he was in some pain.
Walking kind of ginger like there. Gonna walk off the field, so
Nice to see him get up on his own power. So we see Chenault coming through the hole, and number 7 looks like someone might have hit him in the knee, but it is nice to see number 7, Myron Harris, get up on his own power and head off to the sidelines.
It will be 1st and 10, Chippewa Valley at the Eisenhower 36. Clock starts running again. Under 8:10 to go here in the second quarter. Kimsen trying to get to the outside. It's dragged there. Now he gets out of it. Gets around Sorty, makes a run, but now he's going to be tackled right back to the line of scrimmage. And he ran like 25 yards, but just sideways. And he finally tackled for a loss. He's very hard to bring down, number 2, Javon Kimsen.
I tell you what, Tim, we take a look at this. This is actually a loss, but this is a highlight reel run. He's going to his left. Javonte Reed is chasing him down, but somehow Kimsen gets out of that tackle and does what he can to regain some yardage. But I think Miami of Ohio knows a little bit about this guy, as they've already offered him, and he is committed to head down there and play in the MAC.
Third and 11. Schuster still got it. Now you got to throw deep. Got a man out there. He kind of overthrew him a bit. And another injury there. Big Red's offensive lineman, number 76, Donovan McBride. He's kind of limping a bit.
Yeah, Martise Bunting, again, showing off his speed as he's flying down on the right side of the field. And Schuster just overthrows him here a little bit, but he did have a step.
It's going to be 4th and 11 for the Big Reds at the Eagle 37-yard line. Let's see if they'll do one of the quick kicks again. They try to put Eisenhower deep in their own territory. No, they're going to punt it anyway. And Nadolski will go back deep for Eisenhower. Kicking unit comes on for Big Reds. And there comes the kicker, Jokai. He'll stand at the 50, deep for Eisenhower, Steve Nadolski.
The Eagles got to be careful to prepare for the fake.
Now we got a timeout now, called by Chippewa Valley. Maybe they had it on but weren't lined up right.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. You know, they were hesitating, getting in their punt formation, and sometimes they might have been trying to get the right personnel out on the field for a fake, but they're going to think about it. Coach Merchant is an experienced, incredibly accomplished coach over there, and you know, this is a big-time game, and every play matters here. And 4th down on the short side of the field, they might consider going for it here.
See Mr. Kimsen there. Used to be a running back that played for the Kansas City Chiefs named Warren Motor Mouse McVeigh. And he was number 6 for the Chiefs and used to run just like that. Or Darren Sproles nowadays.
Yeah, Kimsen is a talent. It'll be interesting to see what Miami of Ohio puts him at as far as position, whether he'll play in the secondary or as a running back. But very talented, very shifty, and not an easy kid to bring down.
So the Big Reds are going to go for it on 4th and 11. We got a timeout called by Eisenhower. They're going to go for it. Eisenhower wants to make sure they're lined up correctly.
Yeah, Coach Moltop, Coach Brzezinski, Coach Smith of the defensive unit saw something they didn't like. So they want to talk about it, especially now knowing that the Big Reds are going to go for it on 4th down. And when we look at situations like this, it really becomes a numbers game, and they're going to try and spread the field a little bit, figure out how they can get matchups, that being the Big Red offense.
Well, you know, going deep is, you know, very much a big option here. Might as well go for it. Eisenhower hasn't really except for the opening drive, prove that they can move the ball on Chippewa Valley with any consistency. So here we go, 4th and 11. Ball at the 37 of Eisenhower. Schuster back to throw, gonna fire there. He's got a man dropped out there. Had a man, he fired it hard. Schuster taking a lick there from Eisenhower's big number 57 DeWicki. And goes incomplete. Looks like he had it, but that ball had a little mustard on it.
It sure did. This is bunting on the right-hand side, the short side of the field. They ran a little comeback route. Some will call this a stick route. He's going to run right to the first down stick and turn around, and perfectly thrown ball, but bunting just can't come down with it.
And he looks like he was going to, it made it look like he was running the deep route and pulled up there.
Yeah, he certainly created some separation between him and cornerback Dante Sarte.
Here we go, 1st and 10 Eagles. Ball's on their own 37-yard line. Rastigue with the shotgun snap. Steps up. He's going to go deep. Got Kennelly out there. He's got it to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Eisenhower.
I tell you what an impressive throw by Rastigue, the junior quarterback. Change of possession. Coach DeGiorgio, offensive coordinator, wanted to go deep, and who better to go deep to? The number 20, the senior, Ian Kennelly, brings it in. Perfectly thrown ball. 6 points for the Eagles.
Jake Oyster will come on to attempt the extra point. Holding for Eisenhower will be Brady Van Gilder. The Eagles need a lineman out there. Here he comes. Snap is down, the kick is up. And it's good. So with 6:46 left to play here in the second quarter, the Eisenhower Eagles have tied the Big Reds 14-14 on a 63-yard bomb from Mr. Blake Rastigue to Mr. Ian Kennelly. And they missed those early in the season against Oak Park, but this time they hit it.
Look at the pass, great catch by Kennelly, and nobody's going to catch him from behind. All the way to pay dirt. Touchdown for the Eagles. You're right, Tim. I watched the Oak Park game, as did you, and there were some throws that Rastigue missed, overthrown a little bit, but that was his very first varsity start against one of the top teams in the state in Oak Park, and I am incredibly impressed with Rastigue and his ability to make the throws, and just a kid who's getting better every single week. Very coachable, and you gotta love to see a kid come in as a junior, replacing 3-year starter Max Whitwer, who's now a Wolverine at the University of Michigan. And the Eagles are just picking up where they left off the past couple of years with just great combination of run and pass and the ability to strike at any moment.
It looks like Jay Reed down on the sidelines for Eisenhower, but that looks like a cramp they're working on his leg. It's like a calf cramp, actually. D. Aristotle to kick it off for Eisenhower. High end over end kick. It's going to be Kimsen taking it to the 15. The 29 moves up, makes a nice hop move, and Kimsen's going to go down at the 25-yard line. Tackle there by the Eagles, number 23. That's Bush down there, Michael Bush. 1st and 10 Big Regs at the 25. Reed is back in the game. So whatever treatment he took from Eisenhower's all-time great trainer, Phil Crum, looks like it may have worked. The give is into Chenault.
Yeah, it looked like a face mask there.
I don't think they even called that.
I don't think they did.
I didn't see anything.
It looked like Reed might have grabbed the front of his face mask, but nope. Let's take a look at Javonte Reed from his right defensive end position, right on the face mask. Looked like ref didn't see it. And Reed appears to be cramping up
again,
a little bit.
A little bit, so. Gain of 4 there for Chenault. 2nd down and 6. Under 6 minutes to play here in the 2nd quarter. Schuster looking for the quick hitter. Now he goes deep. Nice fake. It's caught out there by Bunting. And he's going to be brought down. A nice open field tackle by the Eagles. That was number 18 for Eisenhower, Brandon Ames. But a first down as Schuster has torched the Eagles again deep. And it was nice the way he looked off the short man. And
you're exactly right, Tim. That was an out-go combo. So he's looking to the short route, checked that off, and then threw the deep pass to Bunting. Another first down for the Big Reds.
Eagles got away with one there.
Looked like a broken play there, Tim.
Well, Kennelly had not gotten off the field in time. And Schuster saw that. He snapped the ball. That should have been a penalty against Eagles. Should have been penalized for too many men on the field, but they missed that one. And only a 1-yard gain for Schuster. And a little bit of knockies. A little bit of scratching and kicking and mauling there going into the pile.
Yeah, you're going to get that in rivalry games like this. The series is 35 wins for Eisenhower to 6 wins by the Big Reds, but you could throw the all-time records out for tonight because it's 14-14 right now.
2nd and 9, ball on the Eagle 31-yard line for the Big Reds. Schuster back to throw. Looking softly over the middle, got his man. That's the big tight end, Marcel Lewis. He's going to go down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice design play. He had 4 verticals, and the tight end, MSU commit, Marcel Lewis, a nice shallow cross over the middle. Schuster throws it just past the referee. Another big gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10. Ball on the Eisenhower 16. Big Reds knocking on the door here.
A lot of room in the right A gap between the guard and center.
It's a little slant pass. Oh! Almost picked off. Steve Nadolski read that play perfectly. A pass intended for Aiden Hall and jumped the route a bit and almost picked that ball off.
Yeah, great break on the ball by Nadolski at his safety position. Gets out of his pedal. Breaks right up at a 45, near interception. Nice job, number 14, Nadolski. Another two-way player for the Eisenhower Eagles.
Now Ellis is back in the game. He replaces Dan Stout, who caught the touchdown pass. He's at the bottom of your screen. He is a legitimate Division I player. And Kimsen is in the backfield with Schuster on 2nd and 10. What do we got? Timeout, Chippewa Valley. Okay. The referee was taking a long time with those hand signals. I don't know, is he on maybe some kind of a opiate or something there? I don't know. He was just real slow with that. But we all got the message.
Sure did. Appears that Coach Merchant from Chippewa Valley wants to talk about it. It's a big possession here with just under 4 minutes to go in the half. They're going to try and get some points here, either a touchdown or a field goal, but like I said, very important.
The Eisenhower students are all standing. That never happened when I was in high school a long time ago. We couldn't wait to get up there and sit, but I understand the times have changed, and they got probably a little more enthusiasm than we did.
There's even a Bill Lambier jersey in the student section. That young man certainly wasn't even born when Bill Lambier was playing, but nice to see him representing the bad boy era.
I'm not even going to tell you about the Pistons when I was born. Nobody will know who they are. Here we go, 2nd down and 10, ball on the 16. Chippewa Valley and Eisenhower all tied. Oh, handoff to Kimsen. Right there to meet him is the Eisenhower Eagles, number 59. That's Luke Devereaux.
Great penetration by Devereaux there. Comes unblocked and does a nice job of finishing the play by wrapping up, securing the tackle, and bringing Kimsen, who we know is not easy, to bring down, and he brings him down.
So it is 3rd and 13 for Chippewa Valley. Tommy Schuster again back in the shotgun with Kimsen back there. He's going to back to throw, fires a short route. Tackle immediately is Bunting.
And they're going to kick it. That's an interesting route they ran there. It was
Michael Bush on a tackle there.
Ran a comeback route about 5 to 6 yards short of the first down. On the short side of the field, they look like they might have wanted to get some extra yards to put this field goal a little bit closer for the Big Reds.
What do we got? Timeout. Eisenhower, okay. I tell you, it's, don't go too fast. I might miss it.
Yeah, that's their last timeout of the half. So
and there's 3:05 left, so if they do get the ball back, they're going to be in a hurry-up offense and has to get out of bounds and make first downs.
One thing Coach Moltop, special teams coordinator, is very effective at is creating schemes for punt block or kick block to put pressure on the kicker, and they will likely be going after this one with precaution on the back end to ensure that the fake is covered.
Nico Kepi, looks like about a 31-yard field goal. So, kick is up, and he got enough of it. And the kick is good. So with 2:59 left to play, the Big Reds go out in front 17-14. This is similar to the game last year. It was back and forth with scores. Not in the second half it was. The first half, Eisenhower looks like they were going to run away with it and have a mercy rule. But that all changed in the second half. Chippewa Valley came fighting back.
Yeah, that one came down to the last play with the Eagles prevailing 49-42.
Well, here we go. Nadolski will go back deep. Van Gilder's back there, but also for the Eagles will be number 3, Dante Sarte. Sarte will be at his 5, number 3, and Nadolski and Jokai will kick off for Chippewa Valley. High kick. Nadolski going to let it bounce to Sarte. Now he was in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 20. Had just 1 foot in the end zone. I don't think he realized. I think he really wanted to come out with that football.
Yeah, he sure did. And with 3 minutes to go, here's an Eisenhower team that, as we know, can score quickly. But they're going to be definitely trying to get some points on the board prior to half.
Well, they will start on their 20. We'll see what the Eagles plan on doing here.
Got a double tight. Oh, nope. Tight wide receiver look here.
Really bunched in there. Now the Eagles are going to get a flag. It's too much time. Is it? I believe that was what it was. Delay a game.
Number 32 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down. I just want to.
Oysters given to the head referee. Jokingly, obviously, because his name was called, his number was called for the reason for the delay of game.
Oh, here we go. 1st and 15 now. Van Gilder. The pitch is going to go to Pettypool. He's not going to go anywhere. I never really liked running the option to the short side. I don't know why they do it. There's no field there.
Well, right there, Oyster was the lead blocker, and he chipped the first defender and then went off to the next defender, and he actually pancake blocked number 6 and MSU commit Marcel Lewis. So as much as we talk about Caleb Oyster as a great running back who can run the ball between the tackles or catch the ball in space, he just pancake blocked a future Spartan.
Again, the Eagles in tight on offense. Comes a blitz. And they're going to, no chance for Rasticue, and it's going to be, I'm not sure why the clock stopped. Not sure why the clock stopped.
Chippewa Valley timeout.
Did they call timeout? They did. Timeout by the Big Reds with 2:11 left, and this is kind of dangerous. The Eagles 3rd and 17, and they're deep in their own end again. And you don't want to give Chippewa Valley a short field. Anything inside the 50-yard line it could be an instant touchdown for them.
And we know their kicker has the leg strength to kick a near 40 or more yard field goal. And that last play just looked like it was mishandled by Rasticue. So a couple miscues, delay a game and miss snap in this possession, and they're going to hopefully try to get some yardage or first down to put them in a little bit better position if they have to punt.
Now the Big Reds band is coming in on the Eisenhower section over here. We're going to have a
turf war here.
I don't know. We're going to have a musical duel here, or not quite sure. Oh, here we go. Rasticue in a shotgun. We'll see if the Big Reds blitz or they fall back.
Chippewa Valley in somewhat of a prevent. They have 3 defensive backs deep, about 15 yards from the football. They're going to keep everything in front of them.
Rasticue back to throw, being rushed. Little screen pass to Pettypool. Got a blocker. Another blocker, and he'll get up to the original line of scrimmage. He's up to the 21. Nobody with any time outs left, and so it'll be 4th down and about 8. Eagles got to come on and punt the football.
Nice call here by Coach DeGiorgio. The defensive secondary for Chip Valley is deep, which is set up nicely for a screen pass, and that's exactly what they ran to get the ball back to their original line of scrimmage and a little more space and room for the punt.
Oyster to punt for Eisenhower. Snap's a good one. Oyster thinking about taking off. He's in trouble now. He punts it, but it goes about, I don't think he got to the original line of scrimmage. 1:06 left, no timeouts, but the Big Red now have advantage deep in Eisenhower territory at the 15-yard line. That is not probably what Coach Smith wanted. I don't know what he saw there.
Yeah, here you go. Oyster
I don't know what he was looking
gets
at.
the snap and goes to his right. He's looking to create an opportunity to get a first, and then at the last minute, last second I should say, decides to try and punt it away. Partially blocked with the ball now on the 15-yard line. No timeouts, but a senior 3-year starting quarterback in gun. And 106 is a lot of time for Schuster.
Yeah, especially from 15 yards away, right? Oh, quick pass there. Caught out there. That was Ellis got it, and he's down to the 10. Clock is running. Under 50 seconds to play right now. Chenault in the backfield with Schuster. Ball's at the Eagle 10.
Bunting is one-on-one up at the top of the screen.
Oh, and he drops another one. That ball had a little heat on it as well.
Yeah, they put trips away to the far side of the field, and they're keeping Bunting on the top side of the field where it's a shorter throw and puts him almost on an island with the defensive back, Sarti. And Kennelly was coming over just at the last minute. Nice thrown ball, but through the hands of number 1 Bunting. What that does is stop the clock. This is a pretty pivotal play here. 3rd and 5. Clearly field goal range. If they don't get the first, they may decide to go for it on 4th or kick the field goal.
37 seconds left to play here in the half. Ball's on the Eagle 10, 3rd and 5 for the Big Red. There goes Schuster. He's taking off for the end zone, and he'll get rocked. He fumbled the ball. Eisenhower say they have it. And they do.
And it's their ball. Then we can hear the pads cracking
Reed.
up here.
Jay Reed, number 68, with the recovery. Boy, I'll tell you what, he was popped.
He certainly was. We can hear the crack of the pads up here. Schuster with a design draw play. Steps up on the design draw play, comes up the middle, and a flurry of Eagles flying in to jar the ball loose. And that's a testament to the defense and also the coaching by defensive coordinator Coach Brzezinski. He preaches 11 hats to the ball, aggressive football, and that's exactly what they did. And the senior defensive end, Javon Reed, comes up with a big fumble recovery.
Oh, here you go. Blake Rassicu in the shotgun. And he's just got to run his clock out. All he's got to do is get the ball snapped and get it over the line of scrimmage. Oyster's got it. He powers his way forward. He's over the goal line. Maybe he got a yard, but that'll be the end of the first half, I believe. Unless Eisenhower. Look at the smack that gets hit on Schuster. Man.
Ball comes out, and it's just a fight for who wants it more. Great to see the senior Reed coming out, and he intentionally came close to the crowd to get the crowd back into it.
And that's going to be the end of the first half. The score, the Chippewa Valley Big Red 17, the Eisenhower Eagles 14. We'll be back with more football after this.
"15 years and Esplendito Mexican Restaurant is still known for its great tasting, quality food. Their secret? Combining the classic taste of Jimmy's Pizza and the well-loved menu from the original Pancho's restaurant. There's daily food and drink specials and weekday happy hours. Also, stop in for Taco Tuesday or on Sunday when kids eat free. Dine in or carry out. That's Esplendito Mexican Cuisine off Mound Road in Shelby Township. Call 586-739-1070.
Looking for a great time with family and friends? Roll on over to the new rink. We offer roller skating, games, an arcade with prizes, and even an extreme bounce zone for the kids. Let us host your next birthday party or reserve your private event in one of our banquet rooms. Check out Le Rev Dance Company and 2SP Sports Performance located right inside our building. Schedule your next event with us. Visit the New Rink Roller Sports Complex on Van Dyke, just south of 23 Mile Road in Shelby Township.
I tell you what a... Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this Shelby TV Sports Special. Tim Meyer along with Pat Cavanaugh, and we've seen one heck of a first half of football. The Chippewa Valley Big Red lead at 17-14, and it looked like the Eagles may have shot themselves in the foot a couple of times in that first half.
Well, they were certainly lucky to get out of that last situation without any points for the Big Reds on the blocked punt and that huge play on the goal line to recover the fumble by Reed on the QB keeper by Schuster. But this is everything we expected it to be, with one of the best games in the state tonight here at Swinehart Field, 17-14 in favor of the Big Reds.
Oh, Joka had a kickoff, and Sardi and Nadelski are deep. Little sidewinder goes all the way into the end zone. And it'll be 1st and 10 Eagles at the 20-yard line. Their own 20. The Eagles lucky enough to get back in this ball game. It looked like the Big Reds were going to shred them for some big yardage and numbers. Tommy Schuster was pretty accurate, but Eisenhower came back with a little bomb of their own, a 63-yard touchdown pass from Blake Rastigue to Ian Kennelly. 17-14 our score. Oh, here we go. 1st and 10 Eisenhower, ball on their own 20. Third quarter just underway here. Rastigue with a snap. Gives it to Oyster, turns left side, corner, around the 30 to 35, and out of bounds at the 30. Oh, what are they going to give him? Maybe up to the 40. Did he give him to the 40? No. 37 looks like.
That's a great way to start out the half with a 17-yard run, and that run was in large part to Nathan Pettypool's great block, kicking out the defender and creating a seam. Take a look at number 29, Pettypool's block, as he kicks out the defender, and Oyster cuts it right up for another 17-yard gain.
There we go, 1st and 10 Eisenhower, ball on their 37-yard line. Oyster moves up. Rastigue keeps it to the 40, and he's smacked right there, but a gain of 3 for Rastigue. It'll be 2nd down at 7.
And there's number 6, Marcel Lewis, linebacker, coming up, filling the hole there.
Eagles in tight as Rastigue is in the backfield. Changing the play. I guess everybody's got it, so here we go. Now Eisenhower has to call a timeout. And I can't help. This could be something with a new quarterback in there, do you think? Or?
Yeah, certainly. You know, when you have plays that are called and adjustments called from the sideline, and you have a junior quarterback in his 3rd varsity start, there's certainly some growing pains per se. But you know, they want to make sure, as I said earlier, every play counts here, and they want to be in the best position to be successful. And so they definitely wanted to think about it, call the timeout, and play it safe.
Our players, coaches, parents, and fans, thank you for your support.
So here we go. Looks like the Eagles are ready. Got the play down. Now they spread it out again. They were in tight. Everybody was in tight. Now the Eagles spread out a little bit. Give us to Oyster on the left side, a little bit of room. Closes quickly and strung out and finally run out of bounds there. Number 14, Miles Harris made sure he didn't get much on that play, if anything.
Number 32, Leister on the carry.
Yeah, this is a fast linebacking crew from the Big Reds. Not only do they have Marcel Lewis, but they got another kid, Courtney McGarity, number 9, and those kids move well sideline to sideline, and they can fill gaps wherever the gaps are.
Well, here we go, 3rd and 4. Big Reds showing blitz. Ball's dropped by Rasicue, and he picked it up while his knee was on the ground. Just a bad snap. Gonna be 4th down. Eisenhower will be forced to punt here.
And here's another center to quarterback shotgun exchange that doesn't go so well, and Rasicue tries to do what he can, but his knee's down.
The short snaps of the quarterback seem to be a big problem. Aiden Hall is deep for Chippewa Valley. Caleb Oyster to punt it. It's a high liner. Going to bounce at the 30 sideways down to the 25 to the 24, and that's where the Big Red will start. 1st and 10, their opening drive of the second half. They scored on their first drive of the ball game, making it 7-0 on a touchdown pass to number 8, David Ellis. But the Eagles came back. A nice, impressive long drive of their own. Tied it up. And Eisenhower had some problems in their own end, fumbled the ball, and 2 short fields for the Big Reds. It's not going to do it. Not going to get it done and win the game. If you're going to continue to do that, you'll find yourself behind by a whole bunch. You can't give this team short field. Now they got 1st and 10 at their own 24. Give and bounce is Chenault. Bounce to the outside. And down he goes. You get the 1st down. Chenault did all the way up to the 36-yard line. He goes.
Yeah, Chenard, you can see here, he's a bowling ball type. He's a hard runner, 5'7", but 195 pounds. Thick, strong legs, and like Kimsen, not easy to bring down.
There he goes again. A little bit of running room up the middle, and another 10 yards goes Chenault, and they'll have another 1st down. And the tackle there by Nadolski. And also coming up and making the play there was number 4, James Collins. Oh, it'd be 1st and 10 Big Reds from the 46. Chenault, and he's caught there in the backfield. Eagles with a gang tackle there. Duda, number 37, leading the way.
Yeah, great pressure here by the front 4 of the Eisenhower Eagle defense. Just doing a great job of pushing the offensive line back and creating a new line of scrimmage in the backfield.
2nd down and 12. Ball on the 43-yard line of the Big Reds. Eisenhower shifting there again in the middle. Fake. Schuster rolling out. Now he's going to slide out of there. And he'll finally slide down, but a little late slide, but Jarvis didn't really hit him that hard. It'll be 3rd down. It'll be just short of the 1st down, but you can see how elusive Tommy Schuster is. Doesn't have a lot of great speed, but he stops and goes and, you know, very controlled.
Yeah, good coverage on the back end here. And Reed is trying to chase within arm's length of Schuster, but he finishes with a nice long run.
Chenault's got it. He's got the 1st down, and he's grabbed there and tackled around the 41-yard line. And it'll be a 1st down for the Big Reds from there, the 41 of Eisenhower. Myron Harris, number 7 now in the game. Chenault's going to stay in there. It's to Myron Harris, going around the right side, cuts it up. He gets away from a tackle. Still on his feet, finally down at the 25-yard line. Looked like they had him in the backfield, but he kept it going, and he's down to the Eagle 26-yard line.
Yeah, fresh legs from Myron Harris. We haven't said his name much today, but it's been mostly Kimsen and Chenault. But Harris comes in with an outstanding run and breaking some tackles.
There we go, 1st and 10 Big Reds at the Eagle 26-yard line. They are driving. We're going to keep it on the ground. This time it's Kimsen as they get outside and finally tackle there. A nice play by Ian Kennelly. Come up there, but again, Kimsen gets 5 yards, 6 yards.
Coach Merchant's offense is coming out of the half with the intentional approach of running the football. We've seen 7 or 8 run plays in a row, and they definitely have the rhythm.
That'll be 2nd down and 4. 6:50 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Big Red lead it 17-14. Schuster back to throw. Now he's going to take off. He's going to be dragged down there short of the 1st down. Nice tackle there by, looks like the Eagles number 59, Devereaux. Be 3rd down and 4. Harris, Myron Harris comes back in the ball game, as well as the number 5, Andre Chenault. 3rd and 3 from the Eagle 19-yard line. Schuster in the shotgun. Give us Chenault. He's got the corner on the outside. Comes up. He's tackled there. Don't know where they put him. He's down at the 17-yard line. We got a flag down there? No.
We came in late. That's usually not good for the defense when the flag comes in that late.
And I think so. That's what it is.
It'll be a personal foul or a face mask.
Face mask it's going to be. Now, that's going to be against Eisenhower, and that'll be an automatic 1st down for the Big Reds.
Yeah, Chippewa Valley offensive line does a nice job on the left-hand side of closing off the edge.
Mask. On the defense, number 14. Half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
Well, there you go. Half the distance to the goal is going to put the ball where? On the 4-yard line. Yep, they're going to move to the 4. That'll be 1st and goal for Chippewa Valley.
Chippewa Valley bringing another tight end in. This is more of a heavy set.
The Eagles got their big boys in. Give this to Ellis. Tries to power his way in. We stop short. We'll get down to about the 1-yard line, gain of 3. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, full house backfield. Power to the right-hand side and tries cutting it back to the left. Nothing doing. Defensive line held firm.
Schuster gives it to Ellis. Cut back again. Is he in? Touchdown, Chippewa Valley. David Ellis gets it into the end zone. A good push off by the Chippewa Valley offensive line, and they go into the end zone, and the score is now 23-14.
Yeah, that's just power football right there. Tight splits, full house backfield, body on body, and Chip Valley are able to get in.
Nico Kippy for the extra point. And the kick is up and almost blocked there. But it is good. So with 4:55 left to play, the Chippewa Big Reds are up over the Eisenhower Eagles 24-14. You'll see the surge by that offensive line here.
Yeah, just good blocking up front. Running backs as well doing their part to create just a little seam, all that's necessary, and a good hard run to get in.
And that's all you need. And you know, you played linebacker in college, and you're in those situations where it's, you know, 2nd and goal from the 2, and you know they're coming at you. You know, you just gotta.
It's mano-y, Tim, and it's just a matter of who wants it more at that point. And there's also some execution that gets involved there, and certainly the Big Red offensive line were able to execute and create that seam. But we got a lot of football left. 10 points is not that much, and there's a lot of time left for this explosive Eagle offense to rebound and bounce back.
Oh, here we go. Jokai to kick off for Chippewa Valley. He boots another one high. Nadolski, he's in the end zone. Just barely. It'll be 1st and 10 Eagles at their own 20 with 4:55 left here in the 3rd quarter. And there's still plenty of time left. They're only down by 10, but they do have to execute and show some execution on their offensive drive here.
Yeah, Coach George is going to try and sustain a drive here, put some points up on the board, get the momentum back to the Eagles side of things, because right now it's been all Big Reds for this first part of the 2nd half.
Here's Rasicue and the fake to Oyster to Kennelly, cuts it up, breaks one tackle and gets up close to the 25 or 5-yard gain. Ellison on the tackle.
Yeah, we know how explosive and athletic Kennelly can be, and he's actually cramping up here. We got a screen pass here to the right-hand side of the replay. Kennelly cuts it up, tries to get what he can, but he's now down and
looks like he's cramping up too, or
yeah, it looks like he's fighting a calf cramp.
and that hurts.
It sure does, and it comes out of nowhere. And the hope is you can get it straightened out a little bit and come back into the game. And we've seen about 4 or 5 players between both teams that have been cramping up. And as I mentioned earlier, that will happen when you play this early in the season, these hot September nights.
It doesn't make it easy, but you know, it's a young season yet. Eisenhower 1-1. It takes 6 wins to get in the playoffs. They certainly have the talent to do that. You wonder how this team's going to form. I mean, obviously we got plenty of time left in this ball game, but you want to see how they come together and what kind of a quarterback Blake Rasticue will be at the end of the season.
Yeah, and the fortunate thing for Coach Smith and his staff is the leadership that they do currently have with Caleb Oyster and Ian Kennelly and Jay Reed, Dero Stottle, Pettypool, all guys that have had a large involvement in the years and experience and leadership to guide this football team.
So here we go, 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 25 of Eisenhower. A little high snap, Rasicue looking. Now he's getting out of it. Gonna throw it up for Oyster. Try to make the catch. And it's out of bounds. It's probably the best place for Rasicue to throw it.
Yeah, he does a nice job of rolling here to his right. I think they were looking for Oyster out of the backfield and kind of a wheel route. Didn't see him initially being open, but later evaded somewhat of a rush and put it in a pretty good spot. But Oyster took a pretty good hit there on the sideline, just wasn't able to come down with it.
Well, here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 5, and the ball's on the 25. The referee has not marked the ball yet.
Looks like that might be Kimsen who's down. Number 2.
It is Javon Kimsen. He's cramping up as well. Or something else happened.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. He looks like he might have got the wind knocked out of him possibly, Tim. But
it was a pretty nasty collision down there. That Oyster pass attempt to receive it. Boy, it's pretty nasty.
Coach Merchant's going to hope he can get back into the game, but It's nice to see number 2 walking off on his own power.
Now the ball, the Eagles must have got a penalty. What? The Eagles had a penalty for an eligible receiver downfield, so now it is 2nd and 10 instead of 3rd and 5. Pass caught out there. Pettipool with it. And he's up for over the 35-yard line to the 37 for an Eagle first down. Now there was a nice throw.
Nice throw by Rastigue. We got a high and a low route here. Oyster in the short flat. Pettipool comes across on the deeper out route. Nice accuracy and terrific velocity by Rastigue, the junior quarterback.
Snap goes over Rastigue's head. He picks it up, fires it out there. Side up, caught! Oh, what a play! Caught by Pettipool again.
Tell you what, the improvisation, the ability for Rastigue to pick up the ball, get it out of his hand quickly. This kid can improv here, and what a nice job by the junior. Scoops it up here, looks to his left and throws a bullet just in the tight window. Nice 8-yard gain.
2nd down and 2. Comes a blitz. Picked up by the Eagles. Got Aristotle over the middle. Massimo's got it. Breaks a tackle to 35. Out of the 20, lost the football. And he falls back on it. Oh, my.
What a heady play by number 11, Aristotle. Catches the ball on a seam over the middle. Fighting for every yard possible. Gets it stripped. Fortunate for the Eagles, it bounces forward. Take a look at this catch. He's on his way through the middle. The ball's out. He's got a heads-up play by Aristotle to fall on it. Got a great lucky bounce by the Eagles, and first down.
Oh, Massimo's mom is going to get a little nervous on that play. He's trying to give his mother a heart attack here. Well, it looked like he was going to get tackled at the 30, but kept going. But it looks like we got a player down for the Big Reds. I can't see who it is. Is that?
It's Marcel Lewis, number 6, their linebacker. And he's getting stretched out by the trainer.
He got a cramp too. It looks like.
You can see the trainer putting pressure on the top part of his cleat. That's either his hamstring or his calf muscle. Coach Merchant's out there looking on to check on his All-State linebacker heading off to be a future Spartan next year. Well, Tim, great field position now for the Eagles. They did exactly what they wanted to do, and that's move the ball down the field. 1st and 10 from the 12. Great field position now.
See that last play right here.
Nice little seam route over the middle. Aristotle separates from the defender, but the defender comes behind him to strip the ball out. And it's just a mad dash for the ball in favor of the Eagles.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10 Eisenhower. Ball on the Chippewa Valley 12. Snaps have been pretty rough, I think pretty much all year. Trying to find his way with the snaps. Number 52, Trzepski. That was a good one there. Gonna throw up for Kennelly. He's there. Goes incomplete. I don't think it was to the spot Ian could catch it.
No, it's a little to the inside. Pretty good coverage out there by Kimsen, number 2. He was the one that went off on the field a few plays ago. He's back in. But yeah, I think if Rastigue could get that throw back, he would look to put it closer to the sideline where only Kennelly could get it. That was more on the inside. And Kennelly's a tall kid with long arms, good frame, and he can go up and get the ball. He's got great ball skills. We saw that a lot last year in particular in the defensive secondary. let's not be surprised if they go back to that again.
Now Rasicue with Oyster to backfield. Gives to Oyster, he spins out of it, but he got really nothing, and he's racked there pretty hard by the linebacker, number 6, Marcel Lewis. Got about a yard.
Yeah, this is a 5-6 combo here. Number 5, Andre Chenault, with the first point of contact. He spins out, Oyster does, and lands right in to Marcel Lewis.
3rd and 9. The Eagles got to get it down. They can get a first down if they get it down to the 3, past the 3. Rasicue the snap. Throw it up there for Aristotle. He's pushed. No call. Incomplete it goes. And Eagles field goal unit is going to come out there. Means Oyster will stay out.
Yeah, we see a wheel route here. We got Ian Kennelly on the outside. He runs an inside route. And Aristotle more on the wheel. And Rasicue tries to throw it up. Questionable call out there, but it's a no call.
Van Giller going to hold it for Oyster. They'll kick it from what will appear to be about a 28-yard field goal for Caleb. That kick is up. And the kick is good. Good thing nobody had their hands up there. So with 1:49 left to play in the 3rd quarter, the Eagles get 3 more, and it's 24-17. But, yeah, anybody that had any height to put their hands up may have blocked that one. But it doesn't matter.
The Eagles did what they needed to do, and that was get some points on the board. Now they're just 1 score away from tying this ball game up. That's a nice little drive with a really good bounce that Aristotle got on that long pass play.
Now we got to have in front of us the trombone suicide section here. The kids, I don't know how they do this, but they are able to do it without chopping each other's head off, I guess.
You know, the product on the field between the lines is exceptional here at Swinehart Field. But let's not forget the product around the track and in the stands between the various band programs and the cheer team. Just an outstanding environment, and Utica Community Schools has to be very proud of what they're able to produce here on the field and in the stadium each and every Friday night between the Chieftains and the Eisenhower Eagles.
Aristotle to kick it off. It's a high one. Taken by Ellis at the 10 to the 15. Hustle it up. He makes a nice move to the outside. Aristotle's there. Can't get him. Ellis may go all the way. Touchdown, Big Reds, no flag.
Well, that Central Michigan bound wide receiver, defensive back, and kick returner right there. David Ellis.
90 yards.
Definitely showed off his speed there, and once he got in the open field, you could forget about it. Tough guy to tackle from behind, and that's a huge momentum swing in favor of the Big Reds. It's going to be time for the Eagles to respond.
Kippy got no kicking tee, or no kicking ball, rather. Now they got it in there. So I think we're ready. There's a ball down there. They're going to snap it. It's a low snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good. With 1:34 left to play here in the 3rd quarter, the score. The Chippewa Valley Big Red 31. The Eisenhower Eagles 17.
Take a look at this replay on the kick return. Here comes Ellis finding a seam, makes a cut to his left, and then followed by another cut. Sees open daylight. He's got one guy who appeared to have an angle on him, but he simply outruns him. Well, I can tell you this, Tim. The teams that are playing Chippewa Valley the next couple weeks will be watching this film, and I think it's safe to say they will do everything they can to kick away from Ellis.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised the Eagles don't have a kicker this year that can boot it in the end zone. So I was kind of surprised that they kick it high, and maybe that's not short enough or something. Normally there's somebody from the soccer team comes out and is able to kick, but nobody this year. So Jokai to kick off for the Big Reds. He's been putting them in the end zone, so we'll see here. A line drive right to Nadolski. He's going to cut up to 15 to the 20. 25 over the 30-yard line of the 33. Finally tackled there by the Big Reds, number 57, Mike Garwood. So the Eagles, 1:26 left to go in the third quarter. Plenty of time still. But they're going to have to have another drive that results a little better than the one they had last time, which is only a field goal. Need to put some touchdowns on the board. Oh boy, the water boys fighting over their cell phone. Here we go. High snap rescue, gives it to Oyster. He's got some room around the left side. Got a block from Jarvis. Cuts it out to the outside. Kind of slips down there at the 37. This turf here at Barney Swinehart's about seen its better days. There was a lot of balls out, those rubber balls they put out there. Can't make it slippery to make cuts,
Yeah, sure can. And speaking of cuts, what a great cut by Oyster. And I tell you what, top of the screen, Alexander Jarvis stayed on his block the entire time and actually finished by throwing the defender to the ground. Great job by the perimeter blocking of the receivers led by Coach Crum, wide receiver coach.
There's Oyster again, powering his way forward. Looks like he may have a first down, and he will.
Terrific job by the front there of the offensive line of the Eagles. Watch them just plow through and continue to block all the way down the field. Trapesky, the center there, does a nice job of working his defender all the way past the line of scrimmage.
23 seconds and counting left in the third quarter. Sure, the Eagles have to get a playoff here. Fake to Oyster again. Going deep for Pettipool. He's down there. Got it. What a catch.
Unbelievable, Tim. Great throw. Great diving catch by Pettipool. Excellent read by the quarterback. Couldn't have put the ball in any better place than that. What a great finish by Pettipool. Watch him fight through the seam here. Nice pass in the air, and he lays out. Pettipool rolls to ensure that the ball does not hit the turf. Outstanding job, and this definitely sparked the crowd and the Eisenhower sideline.
And that is going to be the end of the third quarter with the score of the Chippewa Valley Big Red 31 and the Eisenhower Eagles 17. And dear old Ike there getting a little spark from Nathan Pettipool. That nice, beautiful catch. And, crowd loves it here. But the Big Reds now are faced to defend themselves at the 20. And last year, they were down and came back, and so you never know. They got the old suicide guys here at the trombone. Oh my gosh. Don't try this at home, folks.
Tell you what, we may think the football team spends a lot of time practicing, but I don't think there's anybody that practices more than the band.
Well, you got to practice that routine or you're going to take somebody's head off, man. So here we go. Eisenhower coming on the field here, looking to score something here with the beginning of the fourth quarter, and then they are down by a 31-17 score. Kennelly around the right side makes a cut forward, and he gets about 5 yards up to the 15. Now they're going to mark him at the 16, so a little bit shy of the 5 yards.
That was right defensive end, Michael Garwood on the tackle. We've called his name a few times on kickoff. Did a nice job of pursuing and running the hoop there to bring down Oyster.
Now Chippewa Valley showing blitz. There goes Rescue. Got a nice block from Jarvis. They pitch it to Oyster. To the 10, cuts it back to the 5, down to the 2-yard line. Coming up limping, though, is lineman for the Eisenhower Eagles, number 57, DeWicki.
This is a really heady play by Rasticue. He's running an option left. There's a block on the pitchback. He takes it past the second level. Oyster does a good job of staying in good pitch relationship, and Rasticue's right there to pitch it to Oyster to get an extra 7 to 10 yards. Great heady play by the quarterback.
Say to hurry up. High snap. Rascue's got it. He's not going to go anywhere, I don't think. Yes, he is. Oh! He's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Eisenhower.
Great job. He kind of was hiding behind the offensive line. It looked like the play was over, and he quickly jolted to his left, found that open seam to get into the pay dirt. Another nice touchdown by the Eagles, and we can hear the band and the crowd cheering nice and loud and proud.
Caleb Oyster on to attempt the extra point. That last one was a liner. See what happens here. And this kick is a little bit nicer, and it's through the uprights. And now our score with 10:47 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 31-24, Eagles down by 7.
Nice read here by Rasticue, finding that open seam and cutting to his left to get that touchdown. Well, every scoring play that the Big Reds have had, the Eagles have answered. And that's what good football teams do, and the success and leadership of Coach Chris Smith and his staff. When you have a great program like this, they're never down and they're never out. And whenever this touchdown has happened against them, they've been able to have that resiliency to score and put more points back up on the board. 7-point game now.
Now let's see what the kickoff strategy is going to be for Eisenhower. I don't know that they're going to want to kick it too deep, but.
Well, I think wherever they kick it, they're going to want to keep it away from number 8.
Oyster's going to come on and kick, so this will be interesting. See, we got Ellis is deep. And it looks like Bunting is back there as well. It's a line drive. Ellis has got a nice scoop there, looked like a shortstop. He got a wide open middle. He's hit, stuck right there by the Eagles. Falls forward up to the 38-yard line. That was like a liner. And I think Oyster was trying to split him, and he missed it. And went right to him. But got to give Ellis credit. He picked it up like a shortstop.
Yeah, got a really good bounce, scooped it up, and Alexander Jarvis with a nice collision there on the returner. We can hear the pads popping up here in the box.
It'll be 1st and 10, Chippewa Valley. The ball will be on their own 38-yard line. As the ball game for Eisenhower, number 39, Morris Gatau. Give this to Myron Harris, tried to cut it outside. He's dancing around there. Oh, things close quickly, and the Eagles miss the tackle. Kennelly chasing him. Going to bring him down at the 5. Looked like the Eagles had him in the backfield.
Yeah, the run was to the offensive right side. There was nowhere to go, so he cuts back to his left, splits the seam, and the speed by Ian Kennelly to come back and get him is impressive. Take a look at the cut here up the middle. Looks like he was going to score, but Kennelly chases him down from the back to save a touchdown.
So here we go. 1st and goal from the 6. Schuster in the shotgun. There, trying to pick his way through there is number 2, Kimsen. He's going to be dropped for a 4-yard loss.
That was
make it a 3-yard loss.
Powerful penetration by number 57, Dalton DeWicki. He gets 2-3 yards in the backfield, creates a big pile, and there's nowhere for Kimsen to go, and the rest of his Eagle buddies are able to come secure the tackle.
Kimsen remains in the backfield. He's going to get the ball, got a little cut up the middle. Eagles grab onto him. He gets down inside the 6, close to the 5-yard line. Cardamone in on that tackle.
Again, Kimsen on the carry.
It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4. The old goal line stand here, right?
You got that right, Tim. And this may be 4-down territory.
Brings 3rd down and goal for the Big Red.
Now we got a flag. Something looked funny there on that offside against Eisenhower. It looked kind of funny there. It'll be probably half the distance.
Probably the snap, encroachment. Number 53 on the defense. Half the distance to the goal, 3rd down.
It's Bracco, Giuseppe Bracco. Oh, half the distance. It'll be 3rd down and probably about 2 yards away.
They're bringing in their heavy set now. The Big Reds are double tight end. Could be full house backfield like they did before. And they could be playing for 2 downs here.
Eisenhower going to have to call a timeout.
Now it looked like what they were doing was when they saw the Big Reds bring in that extra tight end, they wanted to get their personnel in to combat that heavier set offense. Well, this is what you work hard in the offseason for, these type of scenarios. Ball on the goal line, right? Mano a mano. This is why you lift the weights in the winter. This is why you run those sprints in the summer.
8:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. 31-24, but Big Red knocking on the door here. And even if they don't make it, it might even still go for it.
I think you're right, Tim. I think Coach Merchant is thinking 4-down territory here.
So here they come. And it looks like the Big Reds still have the big jumbos in there. And here they come. Quick hurry up. Schuster under center. You're going to give to Kimsen, and he's got all day in the left side. He'll run it into the end zone for the touchdown, Chippewa Valley. You knew something was up when you saw that quick hustle to get under center, and because I thought maybe Tommy Schuster would have taken that ball.
Yeah, and oftentimes teams will do that, hustle to the line and run a sneak or something inside the tackle. Well, they actually did the opposite. They ran it around the end, and there was no one there to set the edge to prevent Kimsen from scoring, and he goes in untouched.
Nico Kippe on for the extra point. Kick is up, and he's a great kicker, man. Nails that one. It's 38-24, 8:23 left to play. You'll see the touchdown here.
Take a look as he gets around edge. Good blocking up front. Pretty easy touchdown there for Kimsen.
Well, still early in the fourth quarter here. Still Eisenhower. They come back like they did that last drive and get another shot, make a stop. I'll tell you, I will say the Chippewa Valley Big Reds running game is power. They got a lot of people to go to back there.
Yeah, you're right, Tim. They have very few weaknesses on that unit over there, both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. And as you commented on, their kicking game is pretty strong too. And there have been some writers that have predicted Chippewa Valley to win the state title. And the Eisenhower Eagles have faced in their 3 games 2 teams that have been predicted to be state champs or close to being state champs in Oak Park week 1 and Chippewa Valley here in week 3.
Oh, here we go. Joe Qaeda Kickoff for the Big Reds. He's been putting them in the end zone, so I don't know that we're going to see much different here. High end over end. Oyster's back there. He'll take it at the 2. Looking for some blocks. Cuts it up. 24 out of bounds at the 25. Run out of bounds there by number 14, Myron Harris. The Eagles will go 1st and 10. Ball will be at their own 25-yard line. 8 minutes, 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think we can expect a high percentage of passing here for the rest of the game for the Eagles. They're a quick strike offense. And you can see right now we have 5 wide, so no running backs in the backfield.
Into the passing offense. Oyster, the running back, is on the bottom of your screen. Rasicue fires in and out of the hands of Ian Kennelly, and that's 10 times out of 9 he's going to catch that football, and that one just kind of bounced on him. It looked like he was trying to do the pro catch where they cradle with their body, you know, but hey, a lot of courage going over the middle.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm pretty certain he's going to get a couple more passes his way to redeem on that drop pass.
Now Oyster in motion. Fake to Oyster. Rasicue fires to Jarvis. Tackle there close to 1st down yardage. Let's see where they mark it. I guess they're going to mark it at the 28. Good job by Rasicue to find Jarvis out there. Be 3rd down and a long 2 for Eisenhower.
See what they dial up here. Staying with the 5 wide look, we have 2 receivers to our short side of the field and trips, and no one's over Aristotle.
Fake to Oyster. Rascu keeps it. Looked like he was going to pitch it. Dodges one man. Now he's finally caught from behind there. And that was a linebacker, number 44 for the Big Reds, that finally caught up to Rascu, Jonathan Zach. But I thought he was going to let Oyster have that ball.
Yeah, he pulled the handoff and just followed Oyster. Makes a nice cut into the middle and does a nice job in space, getting as much as he can and securing a first down.
Oyster missed the block. Rascu going to take off. He's got 5 yards, 7 yards. Tippy toes out. He's close to a first down. See where they mark it. They're going to mark it. Yes, it will be a first down for Rascu.
Jarvis, number 80, with a great block there on the edge. Does an outstanding job of blocking downfield at all times.
Oh, here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the 40. Rascu back. Fires out to Oyster. He's got it. Makes one man miss. Now he's to the 35. Cuts back to the 30, over the 30, down to the 28-yard line. Another first down for the Eisenhower Eagles.
Eagles continuing to chip away 7-8 yards of play. And this drive is not taking too much time, which is a benefit to the Eagles and their quest to close in that 14-point gap.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be illegal procedure. He was supposed to snap that ball a little faster than that. That's going to be 5 yards against the Eagles. The clock will stop with 6:27 left to play here in the 4th.
False start. Number 56 on the offense. Downs the same. First.
That moves the ball back to the 32. It'll be first down and 15 for Eisenhower. Rascu, a little high snap. Blitz is coming. And Aristotle did not get away from a defender, so that screen wasn't going to work.
Yeah, the defensive tackles were staying back, but the outside edge rushers and the linebacker were full steam ahead. But Aristotle was kind of hidden behind there, and I don't think Rascu could quite see him. And he threw it a little bit to the left side.
2nd and 15. Ball's on the 32 of Chippewa Valley. Now Rascu back to throw. Pumps it out there for Aristotle. He's got it to the 10. Cuts back at the 5 and down to the 1-yard line.
What great touch by Rascu there. That is not an easy throw to make.
Now we got a flag, though, on the play. It's going to come back. It's going to be against Eisenhower.
The location of the flag could determine that it's holding.
What is it? Oh, we got, wait a minute, maybe it is again. Solve the mystery.
Holding. Number 67 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
So that's going to knock the Eagles back another 10 yards. More importantly, though, it takes off seconds off the clock. I mean, the seconds are ticking away.
Yeah, and it negates a really nice play here by Rascu. It's as he's scrambling out here, Off balance, looks like he threw off 1 foot. Great touch. But that's all for nothing based on the penalty.
It's deep. Can Kennelly get it? No! Not enough air under. They just missed him.
The speed of Kennelly is impressive. He ran right past Javon Kimsen, who, as we know, is headed off to Miami of Ohio.
Oh, he's going to be 3rd down and 27. And Eisenhower got their work cut out for him.
Chippewa Valley in their prevent look, they got 3 high safeties here. So the middle will be wide open.
Oh, Rasky with a bad throw. That's picked off there. He grabs a face mask then of Courtney McGarity. And I don't know, they even called that, but ill-advised. Intercepted by Chippewa Valley with 5:25 left.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to improvise here, and he option pitches it forward, kind of a Brett Favre style. But the pursuit of number 9, McGarity, is there, and he's an athletic kid to fly around, gets the ball, and interception for Big Reds.
Now here we go, and I'm sure we'll see a flood of running plays here, and some of the fans starting to file out here. Usually they go stand by the fence and wait for the team to be finished, but here we go, 1st and 10, Chippewa Valley, ball at the Eagle 38-yard line. Oh, we got a flag going here. Timeout, Chippewa Valley. Not sure what that's all about. They didn't like the look there.
Well, this Friday night football certainly has brought out a lot of fans. It's standing room only for most part of the game. And the Big Reds travel well also with their big student section. It's not too far of a trip over here.
Be back here next week, Pat. The Eagles will be at home again. Hopefully we'll have the same beautiful weather we had tonight. Great football weather tonight. Eagles put up 24 points tonight. Looked pretty good. We'll see here. Ball's back to the 38 here of Eisenhower. You got Harris and number 5, Andre Chenault in the backfield. I'm sure we'll see a steady diet of those guys. And running hard there is Chenault. He pushes the pile up to the 6-yard line, or 6 yards rather. 2nd down and 4. Ball's at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, the Big Reds are going to try and keep the ball on the ground and eat up this clock. Only 1 timeout left for Eisenhower.
Marcel Lewis comes in the game. He'll line up at the tight end side on the top of your screen, or the what would be the top, number 6. Schuster again to Chenault. No, he's going to keep himself. Well, that's a risky move, but he dives head forward to the 1st down. He is like the ugliest runner, but the most effective runner. I mean, he looks like a turtle going through there, and next thing you know, he's got 8, 10, 12 yards.
Yeah, Schuster, he has been impressive tonight. His ability to throw the football and have such poise in the pocket, work through his progressions, is something you don't always see in high school quarterbacks, and he is at an elite level.
See here, 1st and 10 again for Chippewa Valley. Trying to string it out is Chenault, and he does get a first down. The Eagles trying to string it out, but not enough help there. Second down and 3.
And this is good balance by Chenault here. Playing low to the ground here, and somehow is able to not fall down. But the Eagles are going to need a big play right now to get this crowd back into the game. Something to electrify their sideline.
There we go. A hop, step, and a jump, and close to a first down. I think he got it. And he did get it. It'll be a first down, and ball will be on the 14 of Eisenhower. Clock will run with 3:15, 14. No, we won't be back here next week. We'll be up in Romeo. Big Reds power forward, maybe a couple yards. Eisenhower say they fumbled, but the referees aren't going to give. Oh, they did fumble. It will be Eisenhower's ball. Well, that's not good. As I was saying, we are not going to be here next week. We'll be up at Romeo. The next home game for Eisenhower is the 21st of September, and that'll be against Sterling Heights-Stevenson. So the Eagles got to try to make a real quick score and another quick score, and they can even it up here.
Well, great job by the defense. You know, when you're at this part of the game, you are, as coaches, telling your kids to try and strip the football, and that's exactly what they did to get the ball back.
Rasicki back to throw. Good blocking. Fires it out there. Got Aristotle there, and he's covered like a blanket there by number 2, Kimsen. Good coverage on the play. Be second down and 10 for Eisenhower. You see it here.
Yeah, Kimsen's hip to hip with him. Really nice coverage, and that's why he's what he does over there on the defensive secondary. Great speed by Kimsen. Great position. Knocked the ball away.
Here we go again, the shotgun for Rasticue. Again, back to throw. Gets out of it. Fires low and incomplete to Jarvis. It was just hit the ground, and it'll be third down. Good escapability there by Rasticue, though.
Yeah, he does a nice job, Tim, of when he's going to his left, throwing with velocity, and it's harder to throw when you're rolling to your left, but the arm strength of Rasticue is showing up tonight, and he just barely misses, but Jarvis does a nice job of trying to show the catch.
Third and 10. Come the Big Reds. They're coming. Canelli's got it. Oh! And he dropped it. Broken up there nicely by Martise Bunting.
Yeah, this looks like it was going to be a reception. Rasicue does a nice job of getting away from the rush. Puts a nice ball to Canelli, but Bunting comes in with a hard hit, knocks it out.
Oh, here we go. The Eagles going to go for it. 4th and 10 from their 12. .222 left to play. They don't have much of a choice. Fires. Good catch and drop by Jarvis. He had it. That ball was a little bit hard for Jarvis to come up with. It'll be 1st and 10. Big Reds at the 12-yard line of Eisenhower. And that don't look good for the Eagles.
Well, sometimes these close games come down to a few plays, and still a couple minutes left to go, but Coach Brzezinski and his defensive staff will be encouraging his players to try and strip the ball out.
Let's see who Harris will be in the backfield for the Big Reds. He's their big back. He'll get the football, go around the left side, and stay on his feet, going for that end zone. He gets out of bounds with 2:09 left to play. Short of a first down. It'll be second down and about 3. He's a load to bring down it. Harris, number 7. He's going to come out and be replaced. Chenault going to come in.
Yeah, he's 5'10", 205, and he's a junior, so he will be returning next year, and he certainly will be taking the place of Kimsen and Chenault, their two-headed monster, their senior running back core.
Schuster gives it to Chenault, and he powers his way into the end zone for a touchdown, Chippewa Valley.
Number 5, Andre Chenault with the carry. That carry good for a Big Red.
Oh, it's 44-24. The Big Reds will attempt an extra point here. 2:01 left to play. And the Eagles, Pat, you know, you can't, in big games like that, you can't make mistakes. And interception, fumble, not taking advantage of being down in the red zone.
Yeah, certainly all those things that you mentioned, and that big kickoff return by David Ellis was a pivotal play in the game as well.
And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Big Reds go up 45-24 with 2 minutes left to go. See here, just guys are not happy on that offensive defensive line and pushing around. And while we got this little break in the action, part of the Eisenhower program is an Eisenhower family, and a couple of folks really hurting right now for Eisenhower. Eisenhower's longtime, I'm going to call him the all-time #1 fan, Jeff Florkey. He's out here tonight, but a young man is battling cancer, and he could use your thoughts and prayers. Another guy that everybody knows from the Eisenhower program, or should know, Coach Bob Lancey, longtime Eisenhower coach. He too is battling cancer, and your thoughts and prayers will be welcomed. Oh, here we go. Number 12, Ben Martignan is deep. It's a little short kick. Now, what do we got here? What was that?
It's going to be Chippewa Valley ball. It bounced off the front line of the return team, but that was an Eisenhower player, and it came directly back to a Chippewa Valley player in his hands, and he was trying to advance the ball, but it's a dead ball at that point once the kickoff team gets the ball. Very strange play. Again, kicked off right to the front line of the Eisenhower return team, bounced right back to the kickoff team.
Well, here we go. Eagles, one timeout left, but that's not going to matter. Harris, the running back, tackled there by Kennelly. Clock running down under a minute and 40 seconds left to play in this one. So for only the 7th time in 42 tries, the Chippewa Valley Big Red will have defeated the Eisenhower Eagles. And they do it in style on the Eagles' home field. Antoine Gunther in the game for the Big Red. Schuster just letting it run down, and he'll snap it when he absolutely has to. Take a knee. Down she will go. The Eisenhower Eagles will taste defeat for the 2nd time this year and be 1-2 on the year, but it's still a young season, Pat. It takes 6 wins to get in the playoffs, and not that the Eagles' schedule is going to get any easier, but if this is the perennial preseason pick to win a state championship, I don't think the Eagles were too far off the mark. Just a few things needed to go their way.
Yeah, you're right about that, Tim. And they're gonna regroup. They're gonna watch the tape, get back out on the practice field, and they don't have much time because next Friday at Romeo will be another tough MAC game for them, which I think they will certainly respond.
And that's going to be it. The Chippewa Valley Big Reds defeat the Eisenhower Eagles here in Game 3 of 2018. Spoil the home opener for the Eagles by a score of 45-24. For all our people in the Shelby TV truck that helped us out tonight, our camera crew, and for Pat Cavanaugh, I'm Tim Meyer saying thank you for joining us. The final score, Chippewa Valley 45, the Eisenhower Eagles 24. Good night, everyone.